Hey everyone, my name's Anthony Cofrancesco from brainyflights.com, and today I'm going to take a minute and discuss the global entry or TSA PreCheck credit that you're going to get with a handful of different credit cards now. So essentially, a lot of different credit cards, pretty much any credit card that has an annual fee that's more than $95 a year, they're going to give you a $100 credit that can be used for either global entry or TSA PreCheck. Now, I'd like to start off by clarifying a couple of things related to this. Now, a lot of people think it's a $100 credit every year, and it's not, right? They're going to give you a $100 credit that you can use once every 4 years to pay for either global entry or TSA PreCheck. Now, if you're wondering why every 4 years, it's because that is how long a global entry or a TSA PreCheck subscription or service lasts, right? You have to renew it every 4 years, and it costs about $100. Now, there's two really big distinctions between either global entry or TSA PreCheck. And the distinction is that global entry actually includes TSA PreCheck, right? So in my mind, there's absolutely zero reason in the world to sign up just for TSA PreCheck, because then you're not going to have access to global entry. So if you're wondering, okay, well, that sounds fun. I know what TSA PreCheck is, but what is global entry? Well, it's pretty simple. So TSA PreCheck is obviously, that's the expedited airport security, right? So you can go through usually a lot shorter of lines. You don't have to take your shoes off. You can keep your laptop in the bag. So this is very valuable a lot of the time for business travelers, people who are always on the road. It'll save you a lot of time going through airport lines. Global entry is going to save you even more time if you're an international traveler. So if you've ever come back into the United States and you've just gotten off a really long international flight, maybe from Europe. Sometimes I do this quite frequently coming back from Asia. I've been on the plane for 18 hours, and then bam, you get to the airport and all you see is a long customs line, right? The cool thing about global entry is you walk up to the kiosk, you scan your passport, it takes a picture, and then you completely skip the line. It prints you a little slip, you go through the global entry lanes, and you literally just show that slip to the Border Patrol folks, and then they let you walk straight through, right? Unfortunately, when I'm traveling, I don't just ditch my traveling companion, so I've had to wait in the normal line on a handful of occasions, and pretty much every time, with few exceptions, it's taken me about an hour and a half to get through that line. So it's the most amazing feeling in the world. You see everyone, they jam pack into that customs line, and then you just hold up your global entry slip and you cut straight on through. So the process So obviously, I think it's without needing to be stated, having global entry is going to save you a tremendous amount of time, and it also includes TSA PreCheck. Now, the process for global entry, I get a lot of questions about, okay, well, I heard there's an interview, what's that actually like? And it's actually quite simple, right? All you have to do is before you can get global entry, you have to go onto the global entry website and you apply, right? And make sure that you pay for it with the credit card, and then the credit card company will reimburse you for the charge to actually apply. But you just go into the global entry website, you apply, you have to fill in something like your last 3 addresses or something like that, put in a lot of information about yourself, and then what you have to do is you actually have to schedule an appointment, right? And so for me, I'm young, I think I was 21 years old when I applied for it. I had very limited experience even traveling out of the country. So my interview pretty much went, I was sitting across the desk from a Border Patrol agent. He looked at my passport. He looked at a computer screen. I'm guessing he saw where I've been, some really basic background information about me, and then just said, okay, you're good to go. And that was it. And then 2 or 3 days later, I got my global entry card that was mailed to me in the mail, right? I guess if you've been to a lot of different places, maybe if you've been to some more high-risk areas, maybe in the Middle East, I know Turkey's a big one. Sometimes China or Russia can kind of give you a little bit of hurdles. But essentially, all they're really going to ask you is, well, why did you go to Russia? Or why you're always in the Middle East? Or things like that. And they're just, it's really basic qualifying information. It's not anything that's scary. It's not like an interrogation or anything remotely close to that. So it's a pretty easy process. Now, the difficult part sometimes, especially with the high influx of people who are getting these global entry certificates, the difficult part is sometimes just finding an available slot for an interview. So if you're in a very busy spot, let's say New York, right? There's millions and millions of people going through that airport. There's a limited number of spots for global entry for the interview. And then sometimes it'll take you 2 or 3 months. And I have people ask me all the time, well, I looked at the global entry list and I can't get an appointment for the next 2 or 3 months. It's so simple, right? Go to literally any other airport, say, you could even drive to, or if you're close, like in New York, you could just go drive to a different airport, check out all 3 of the airports in that area, go to a different city. If you're traveling a lot, just go to a different airport. That's pretty much all there is to it. And then you will get a slot. You usually will be able to get one within the week. And like I said, the process is pretty straightforward. The last key thing is make sure you pay for it with your actual credit card, and then after you've gone through the entire process, the credit card company will reimburse you for that $100 travel credit. If you found that video to be helpful, please give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions about global entry or travel hacking in general, feel free to comment down below. And then if you'd like to see more helpful videos in the future, I would strongly encourage you to subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day.